I have written down 5 teams that I think will shock us.
Okay.
Because that's going to happen. Right?
Yeah. I have one.
There's going to be 5 shockers. Where you're like, well, we didn't see that coming. Like they say, every show's been talking about this in the last month or so. They're like, every year statistically, right? You have 14 playoff teams. There's 6 new playoff teams every year. If you go look at the history of the last 15 years in football, there's at least 6 or 5 new teams in the playoffs every single year.
Yeah.
So you have to pick it. As much as we all want to pick the same teams, it's so hard not to. Although it feels like if it ever was going to happen, it's going to happen in the AFC. It's going to be mostly the same. It feels that way a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But it's statistically, there's still going to be at least 2 teams in the AFC that were not in the playoffs last year, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
And then in the NFC, it looks like that's where there's going to be maybe 4 or 5 teams that were not in the playoffs. I for sure think 49ers and Eagles are in.
Yeah.
But now, after that, it might not be the Giants. It might not be the Cowboys. It might not be the Vikings. It could be crazy. Who knows?
I have a surprise right here.
So who's your one shocker team?
I wrote here Bears make playoffs.
That's crazy.
I think Justin Fields is great. I think
that could be. And listen, what's the over under on that? Their wins. Let's go to the over. Now, is that I could buy in that they do something crazier than what people think.
Dude,
but to give them 10 wins is crazy.
Dude, it doesn't have to be 10 wins. Remember a couple years ago they snuck in and they had like 8? Yeah, 7.5 is their over-under. So if they hit that.
Interesting.
But if they get 8, because, dude.
I like it.
The Vikings aren't a guarantee. The Vikings don't have
No.
Thielen. They don't have Dalvin Cook.
No, I think the Lions are the favorites.
100%. But I'm saying.
I think Lions are the favorites to win. But would we be shocked if the Lions stumbled and went 9-8?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
No, that's what I'm saying. That could happen. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to go 11. Are they 11, 12 win team, the Lions? No.
No, probably not.
Could they win 11 or 12 games? Sure.
Yeah.
Would I be if they won 12 games, then that means all year we're like, whoa, they're good. If they win 11 games, you'd be like, awesome.
Yeah.
But you expect them to be around 10. What's the over-under for the Lions?
Lions and Vikings are 2 teams that they could win 9.5.
9.5, right?
So, yeah. So
I think that the Vikings will be the shocking team that for us
good.
That I think everybody thinks is going to fail, that they stay good. Because I'm hearing everyone talk about they got rid of Cook. There's something going on where they haven't finalized a long-term deal with Justin Jefferson, which they will.
Yeah.
You got someone brought this up the other day, and I forgot which show it was. It might have been PFT. It might have been even Rich Eisen. We got Kirk Cousins playing on his last year.
Yeah, you're right. He's
a guy who was for so many years for one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league and the most overpaid athlete. I think he was on a list of like most overpaid athletes in all sports. I think he was on there. He made a lot of money, and now he's like, hey, I could retire in 6 years if I just do this 1 year and work hard and play right. So
yeah, you're right.
They also have a full season with Kyle Rudolph. They added the tight end. They have a great offense. The running back, he played great.
Oh, well, so going to my next thing, I wrote down, you told me to write stuff down. I wrote down a lot of like random stuff.
Okay.
I wrote down Rookie of the Year, Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back. I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. I think he's going to have a huge year. Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because they got rid of both the running backs.
Yeah.
That's not a crazy. I could buy into that.
Yeah.
I could buy into that, but I would say the first team that maybe it seems like people are like it's the Lions division to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're both at 9.5. I could be I wouldn't be surprised if Lions just have a Lions season like they do. Maybe they get in with a wild card, but the Vikings are still like, fuck you guys, fuck you. We have a genius offensive coach.
Yeah.
We have a great offense still. Just because we got rid of Cook, what's his name? How do I pronounce his name? The running back.
Dalvin Cook.
No, the running back for the Vikings.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, wait, no, for the Vikings. Madison?
Yeah,
he
was great. He was great for you picked him up in fantasy. So why can't the Vikings all of a sudden why are they all of a sudden not favored to win the division again? You know what I mean?
I don't see, for whatever reason, I don't see the Vikings and Lions being good. I think one of those teams
has to fade.
Is going to fade. And I think the Bears are going to sneak in with one more win than one of them.
Let me tell you this right now. 3 years from now, who do you think you look back and say had a better career? Jared Goff or Kirk Cousins?
Jared Goff.
So then you think Vikings bomb this year and Cousins fades?
I think Goff.
You think Jared Goff shows himself like, hey, screw you, Rams. You got your one Super Bowl, but look, I am a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, and
he had a
career
good year
overall,
last year.
he took the Rams to the Super Bowl. He had a good year last year. He's 28. Kirk Cousins is.
He could play 10 more years.
Yeah,
he could be a 10 more year Lion guy at a perfect time. A division that has no.
Yeah.
Who's the best quarterback in the division tomorrow? Are you taking Goff or Cousins?
Dude, I mean that's not a fair question. I'm taking Justin Fields
because he can run the ball.
He's all around.
I think he's an all-around player too. I'm actually not. I'll buy into that sleeper of what if all of a sudden they figure this out and they make the playoffs and they shock everything. I could buy that for sure.
Yeah,
because that division,
it's up for grabs.
It's up for grabs. And it's up for grabs 100% outside of. I mean, you can't even count Green Bay out. What if he's good?
What if Jordan Love is great? Yeah, you're right.
What if he's good and they hit 3 years in a row? That's the most interesting division in all of football, to be honest.
100%.
Because
right.
AFC, it's not even fun. The AFC is not even fun because you're like every team's a playoff team, except the Jack, except even the Titans. Let's say the Titans get DeAndre Hopkins and Tannehill starts, and you have Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins. That's not a fucking bad offense.
No, not at all.
They can easily compete with the Jags. And the Jags had a fluke year last year, got to the playoffs. Don't forget the Titans and one of the best coaches in the NFL. They're not out of it. The only teams out of it are Houston and
Miami. No,
don't talk like that, dude. Houston and who's the fourth team in that division? Jacksonville,
Colts,
Tennessee, Colts. So Houston and Colts are the only teams not in it.
Yeah.
And then you could argue Raiders and Broncos have something to prove.
Yeah.
Outside of those four teams, the whole North could make the playoffs.
That's
Browns,
insane,
Bengals, Ravens, Steelers.
Yeah.
The whole East
fun.
can make the playoffs. The whole West for sure can make the playoffs. It's just like there's nothing fun. It's all just crazy and competitive.
Cardinals are out.
That's in the West, yes.
Yeah.
Cardinals are out. But outside of that, everybody thinks the 49ers are going to win that division. Everybody thinks the Eagles are going to win their division. And then in the South, I guess the South is a very interesting division with the Saints, Panthers, and that's one of my shocking teams. Carolina Panthers win the division.
Nice.
After the Saints is just like I'm not feeling anything coming from there. It doesn't sound good. Atlanta sounds like are they going to shock us? I don't believe it.
Yeah, but Atlanta's one of those teams like the Lions and the Vikings that they have so many close games come down the line to a field goal at the end of a game. Those like 130 games, they could go either way. They could sneak like 3 extra wins in
I'll
there.
take back what I say. The South is just like the North. Mm-hmm. All 4 of those teams could secretly win the division.
In a different way, though.
In a different way. Because how do we not know Tampa? We don't think Tampa's going to be good, but they could.